Hey, everybody. Welcome to episode 5 of Natty and Not. We are your hosts,
I am Alexis and I am Natty.
and I am Mike, and I'm not.
No. No,
No,
you're
I'm not.
not. No, you're not.
Yeah.
Speaking on the not topic right away, I have to tell you what happened at the gym this week about like just a PED conversation with this like super old guy. And I'm saying super old and I'm probably going to offend people, but he wasn't like super old, but
Look like a grandpa.
he was weathered. He was like 60s.
Yeah.
So older than me. Like I look at him and I'm like, that's an old guy. So it was Wednesday and I was switching from the belt squat machine platform thing. And I was really excited because I hit a PR on that. I was doing sets of 15 and I hit 290. So super excited
Yeah.
because
Congrats on that.
that was a lot of weight for me. Like my hip bones still feel bruised. How much weight it was
Yeah.
on me.
That's awesome.
It felt good. So I was moving off of that machine and then stepping like the thing right next to it, which was glute thrusts, like the glute thrust setup. And I was like in the middle of just like dragging my stuff 5 feet. I was just like taking a breath, about to like unload the weight. And this guy, the old guy, comes up behind me. And he just once again, he's like, "Are you done?" I was like, "Oh yeah. I'll like let me unload it for you." Because I'm not a jerk and I re-rack or unload my weights. And he goes, No, it's okay. And I was like, okay, like good. Are you sure? Like I'll unload it. Good for you. And so I'm loading up the glute thrust, and I was partially mad because there were 6 plates on it that I was fully planning on taking with me to the glute thrust because I always have to like hunt for 45s to get enough, and
Yeah.
they're always being used.
Yeah.
So I was
Our
like,
gym is terrible for that.
it's like you most of the time you have enough, but the 45s keep getting moved
It's awful.
from machine to machine, so it's annoying.
Yep.
But I was mostly mad because I wanted the 6 plates because it would mean I just wouldn't have to go hunt for more. Um, anyway, so he was like, fine. So I'm like getting set up, and so my glute thrusts are like 405 right now. So it's like 4 plate each side.
Yeah.
And I was just like dragging plates over. He's like, "You're strong." I was like, "Thank you." And just kind of on my way. But then he puts the belt on and he's got the weight, and he was too stubborn to take the weight off. And I'm like, I'm next to him glute thrusting. So he's like directly in my eye line.
Yeah.
And he's doing almost like, I mean, he's in the position, but he was almost doing like calf raises with like a booty bump. He wasn't squatting, the poor guy.
Yeah.
And he really looked like he was going to hurt himself. So I was just like, I'm like, "Are you sure you don't want me to unrack that?" And he's like, "No, it's fine. It's fine." Just,
It's
keep
ultimate
going.
grandpa ego lift.
Super ego lift. And then I felt bad. Like, really felt he legit looked like he was going to hurt himself.
Mm.
And normally I'm like not that person that will go up to somebody else at the gym and try to correct their form, no matter how much I want to. I don't do that because I'm trying not to be an asshole. But like if someone genuinely looks like they might really hurt themselves, I'll go up and say something. And it's just purely out of concern that they're about to do something bad. So I said to him, I'm like, if you took some of the weight off, you'd be able to get better range of motion. And he was just like, no, it's fine. And I was like, okay. And then like a couple of minutes later, he goes, "You're really strong. Do you compete?" And I was just like, yeah, I'm a bodybuilder. He's like, "CrossFit?" And I was like, no, I'm a competitive bodybuilder. And he goes, "Oh, like the bikini girls? Bikini." And I was like, "No, I'm a figure competitor." He's like, "So like bikini?" Just like, dude, like
Yeah.
I'm not trying to have this conversation. It's kind of short, and then just kind of kept going on. And then he said something about, he pulled up somebody on Instagram, and whoever it was this like beautifully jacked woman. she's an IFBB pro, because that was like in her name, IFBB pro, right? And he's like, do you compete? Do you know her? Do you compete with her? I looked at it and I was just like, oh no, like she's IFBB. I said, most of those women are on some sort of like PEDs. I said, I'm in the natural organization, so I know I don't compete against her. And he goes, PEDs, like what's that? Like there's like drugs and stuff. And I was like, yeah. And then he goes to me like a minute later, he pointed to a shaker bottle on the ground and he goes, is that PEDs? And I was like, well, we're like, what's in it? And he's like, I got it from out front. And I was like, no, it's not. That's fine. He goes, you know, Celsius is a PED. He's like, the NCAA banned it. Okay.
Yeah, maybe that's true, but it's not a PED.
I'm not going to lie to you. I mean, I know the NCAA, I think, is like a college.
Yeah, that sounds like some crazy tabloid news. No,
but is it like, I don't even know.
It is college basketball. Yeah, college basketball.
Okay, college basketball.
Yep.
What the fuck I know about college fucking basketball? And I'm like, okay. I'm like, no, like you. And I said, if you can buy it at the front or at GNC or like on Amazon, it's not a PED.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And then he showed me the IFBB pro woman that he was so proud that he was following on. And he said, I follow her.
Yeah, that's wild. Man. Yeah, that's too funny. It's wild to think that like you could just buy anabolics at your local convenience store.
You just go into GNC.
Yep, there's Gatorade, there's Smart Water. Oh, there we go. Anabolic Light. I'm gonna get some of that.
Anabolic Light. You know, there's a oh my God. Who's that guy on YouTube? I love watching his videos. Will Tennyson, something like that. You've never watched it. He's funny.
I've seen collaboration videos that he's done, but yeah, I haven't watched him like straight up.
He's really funny. He's got good takes on stuff. But anyway, he did like a whole bit where he went into GNC and kept asking for steroids. And the people were like, no. And he's just like, no, like Tren, can I buy Tren in here? Do you sell the testosterone? Where are your anabolics? Yeah. It was it was very awkward. Nope. Can't buy that at GNC.
No. Same energy though.
Can't buy that.
Nope.
So that was my fun story at the gym. I don't have a lot of those.
Yeah, that's a fun one for sure.
I just have resting bitch face. And I get like really angry and intense and I'm a grunter. Or like when I work out, I don't think I'm approachable.
Some people I don't think so either, but I'm always getting caught in conversations and
wait. You don't think I'm approachable or you don't think you're approachable?
I don't think that I have like outgoing, like, oh, hey, type of face. It like when I'm working out, like I'm usually making miserable face. And then like I have my earbuds in. So I'm usually like, I think like stone faced most of the time, but then I'm outgoing and I'll talk to people like outside of like, like I'll take my earbuds out and like how I met Tristan and a couple of the other folks there, like, oh, are you a bodybuilder? You compete? Just because like first going to Golds, I was like, oh, everybody here are a good amount of people are probably bodybuilders. And there's some guys.
There's a bunch of like really jacked people in there. Yeah.
And there's some guys there with like really good physiques. And I would just be like, hey, are you a competitor? Just asking. And then that's how I met Tristan and then some other guys. But outside of that, it was more, I don't really talk to people outside of that though. So it's just been like,
do we go to the same gym? Are we talking about this? Are we talking about the same person here? Are you fucking kidding me? Oh my God. You don't fucking stop talking to people.
I mean, yeah, I am nice.
It's obnoxious how much you talk to people.
I'm like I'm a stereotypical, like, I'm good
You're
in conversation.
You're a golden retriever. You are a golden retriever. And I get so annoyed because whenever I want to talk to you, you're either talking to somebody else and I'm like, fuck that guy. Come talk to me. I'm your wife. You come help me. I'm number one priority. Fuck that guy. You're talking to some other guy or like some guys waiting to talk to you all the fucking time?
Yeah, a couple times a week for sure, but not every day.
Couple times a workout.
I've seen you lately catching the golden retriever bug because I've seen you talking to just random folks that I've never seen you talk to before. So
Who am I talking to?
like the old guy you were trying to sell Celsius anabolics to, and and I don't know the other guy's name, and Tristan and a couple of other folks.
Well, Tristan
So
is like the Gold's Gym mascot. He's like the sweetest guy, and he talks.
He's
I don't know.
everybody's buddy. Is Tristan.
I always give him a hard time because he's just there talking for so long. I'm like, I thought you finished your workout like a half hour ago, man. What are you doing?
Yeah, shout out Tristan. He's good dude.
I love Tristan. He's the best.
Hopefully
he's like, but he really is. He's the best.
Yeah.
But you talk to everybody. Okay, so much so you say a couple times a week. Friday at the gym.
Yep.
This all happened while I was still on the squat rack, or that squat rack thing for doing deadlifts. You were on like the big cage, 2 down.
Yep. Squat rack. Yep.
Okay. I had all of the deadlifts in the world on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
And so between sets or me just gasping for air, I look up and look down over at you just to check on you and check you out because you're fucking hot. And I like to look at you in between my sets. Ooh. And I saw you and you were standing and talking to somebody. Some guy came up to you right when you were in the middle of the sets.
No, when I was finishing. When I was finishing.
Okay. He wanted to get on because he was waiting. And I think he was getting annoyed with me. Like, how many more fucking sets of deadlifts does this lady have? Mm. But you were talking to him, and I wanted to talk to you because like you were backwards to me, and baby, your hamstrings looked so good.
Oh, thank you.
And I could see them, and you weren't even trying to flex them. So I looked up and I was like, oh, baby's making progress. His hamstrings look so good. And I just kept like staring at you in the back of the head, like, because you fucking knew I was staring at you. In my mind, I'm like, he knows. He knows I'm staring at him.
Yep.
He could feel it.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to talk to you.
That connection there, yeah.
Yeah. And you were talking to him for so long. I was like, fuck you.
Just being kind. I gave him the rack. He helped me clean up. I was being nice.
But you were talking. So you said this happens a few times a week. Not 5 minutes later, when you were done, this is like this other time I was actually talking to somebody.
Yep.
Because the guy was behind me on the hack squat. And he loaded it up all the way with 45s.
Yeah.
And then he just started balancing 45s in places that looked like they were like about to fall off. Like that guy
is big dude.
Like, he's like a heavyweight division bodybuilder.
Yep. I think you said he competed light heavyweight.
Like he's fucking huge.
Yep.
And so he was kind of walking around gasping for air. I was kind of walking around gasping for air, and he was balancing that on top. And I was just like, dude, do you want a band to tie those together? Like, just try to help, like a safety thing. See, I'm only worried about people when they might fucking hurt themselves. I was like, do you want a band? I've got bands in my bag. And he was like, and he said no. And then we were I don't even know what we were talking about, but we were in the middle of a sentence. You walk by. And he mid-sentence stopped fucking talking to me and started talking to you.
He just fist bumped me on my way through. And
I was like, what the fuck? Like legitimately mid-sentence, he stopped and started talking to you.
I stood in like a triangle-ish area so that we were still all talking.
It's not the point because no one gives a shit about me because you're the big giant guy and it's a guy thing, whatever. But not 2 minutes after that, because I was like, fuck you guys. I've got 85 more sets of deadlifts to do. I go back to the bar. I start lifting. Mm-hmm. I put it down. Like, I'm done. I'm like kneeled over, kind of bent over, just kind of like trying to get my breath. And somebody comes up to the rack because they want the weights on it. And they fucking ask you if it's okay. So it's 3 fucking times within like one 15-minute span.
Yep. It's called respect. I don't know why that happens. I don't know why the fuck that happens. I don't think it's okay. I don't know.
I don't think I'm approachable. I just look angry.
I don't think it's I think people
or
see
they
us.
just don't give a shit.
I think people see us together, and if it's a guy talking to you, even if it's like the friendliest of conversations, I think it's just like oh, hey, I understand you're in a relationship. I'm acknowledging that, and just like showing respect and just not trying to, you know, ensuring that everything's like friendly and there's no like ill will or like trying to pursue you or
Wait,
anything. That's what I think. I think it's just like
that's so ridiculous sounding to me.
I agree. I'm just telling you. I'm telling you what I think
Wait, so out
maybe
of like respect for, so like out of respect for
for
you.
for our relationship, right? So we're just together. Oh, kitty cats are in here. Damn it! I didn't
No,
close
no,
the
no,
door.
no, no. For the respect of you.
No, I was joking about that.
No, but I don't think you were joking.
I was.
For the respect of you, they either won't talk to me or will talk to you first and ignore me. Is
Yeah.
that what I'm hearing you say? That's like out of respect for you? Because that's
No.
like totally
I,
disrespectful to me.
no, I agree. I think it is totally disrespectful. I don't know
It's not.
why.
It's not a I respect your relationship. If you respect the
I,
fact that someone's in a relationship,
I
you
think
don't be an asshole and say to a woman like, "Hey, like your shape." Like, no, fuck you.
for sure.
We can talk and be perfectly friendly.
Yeah.
I think that's a no. I think it's a guy thing. I don't think that's a relationship.
Okay, maybe
thing.
it's just a dumb guy thing. I have no idea. I'm just telling you what I think may be a reason.
I don't like that reason.
Okay, that's fair. Maybe it's just dumb guys are just like, oh, caveman time. Oh, another caveman.
I feel like it's more like that.
Yeah, we just talking like barks and growls, and that's a safe place for us.
Oh my god! It must be. It's we were saying barks and growls. What about that like porn guy?
What porn guy? What the fuck are you talking about? Who else are you talking to at the gym? This is a new guy.
No. It's not a new guy.
Oh,
It's that guy that's always in I don't know what he does. He's probably like in his 50s. Like just a regular looking guy.
just a regular old 50-year-old porn guy. What are you talking about? Say more things. What the fuck?
No, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about.
I do not.
You do. You know what I'm talking about.
Say more, because I'm missing.
Okay, well, stop making me laugh. Stop making me laugh. There's that guy. He's got like curly-ish gray hair on top. He's got like the broccoli hair, but he's an older guy.
Okay.
He's like, I don't know, like he's tan, and I feel like he wears a Richard Simmons headband. I don't know why. I could totally be making that part up.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not making that up.
I know who you're talking
That's
about.
a real
now.
thing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Tell that story. That's a funny story. Tell him how he made you and every other girl in that room feel like awkward as fuck.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so there's like the cardio section, then there's like the free weight section, and then there's like a back room where there's like all like the leg machines, and then just like a big open space where essentially if you want to do like CrossFit-y kind of things, you've got space to do that, right? Oh my God, this guy, I only ever see him back there. I don't ever see him anywhere else in the gym. And it could just be I'm not looking for anybody else, but like I only like notice him ever there. And he does, I don't know, just does like a bunch of body weight stuff. Fine. But he's always doing some sort of like planky ab things. And he breathes and like moans. He's not grunting. It's very much a moan. And it's in rhythm with his breath.
Yeah, gotcha.
And it sounds like a porn, like it sounds like a porno.
Yep.
Coming from him.
Yep.
Because it is just, it's a moan and it's in rhythm. And it doesn't sound like lifting noises. It sounds like sexy time noises. He always wears headphones. So I don't think he like hears himself, because how could you hear yourself making that noise and continue to make that noise. I don't know. Oh my God, no, but I've heard him back there a couple of times doing it. I think the first time I heard him, I was, I don't know, maybe within like 15 feet of him doing something. I don't even remember what I was doing, but I was doing something. And he started doing a plank ab thing. I don't know what he was doing, but his head was down. That's why I said it was like a plank thing. And he's just, I was about to do it. I don't want to do it.
Good.
But
What did he say?
What did he say? It was rhythmic moaning.
Yeah. But he said something. What did he say?
He didn't say, oh, what did he say? Did I tell you he said something?
Yeah, you said something like he was just like, bitch, or something. He's just it was like you and then like two other girls.
Like, come on, bitch. He did.
Yeah, something like that.
I forgot about that. No, he did say something.
Yeah.
I don't remember what it was.
He was just like in the middle of like this big open area and in like just in the zone of whatever porno he was doing. And
so gross.
Yeah, it's super gross. And then I'm retelling the story that you told me, but he was in the middle of doing one of his moves and he was like, bitch, come on, or something like that. And like you said you'd looked at two other girls and they were both like looking at each other like, what the fuck's going on right now?
It's very uncomfortable.
Like, who does this? And it's
can
just
you
like,
tell people? Like,
I mean, I think you can. He also might be one of those guys that like, yeah, well, there's a public space, whatever. I don't know. I think if it got like, yeah. How do you say, hey, that's making me feel weird because you're doing overtly sexual stuff, even though you may not think you are, and you're really.
So that's what I go up to him and I say that.
No, I don't know how you say that.
That's what you say.
I think you just wait till he crosses the line. And you're like, hey, you fucking crossed that line. Guy.
It's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You just say something like, hey, could you curse less when you work out? Really freaked me out.
Can you not scream bitch across
could you not scream, come on, bitch, in the middle of your workouts? It's really sending a bad vibe.
Super bad vibes. Super bad vibes. Oh my gosh. How have you been doing this week? How are you feeling?
So I'm excited. We started our coaching certification and finished module 1 of the training and getting close to taking the first quiz. So excited about that, and excited for us too, because we'll be we're doing this together to eventually start coaching clients, whether they're wellness or bodybuilding, and just own personal growth too. Just kind of learning more about the sport and kind of getting a deeper dive in view of like how our coaches handle us.
Yeah.
And versus what we're being taught and what we like, what we don't like. Mm-hmm. And yeah, so that's super exciting. But I think as the calories keep going down, which I got another cut this week, I'll probably start doing less and less just because I want to be really attentive and be on top of it. Mm-hmm. So some of that will start to I think slow down, but we did cover a really cool segment in terms of rating, how to rate your clients and your athletes on your roster, when they're new to you. And I think this is a pretty good segue into a segment where we rate each other.
Yeah. Oh, we're gonna rate each other?
Yeah, let's rate each other on.
Oh, okay. That's a good twist on it. I like it.
So let's do it. We'll rate each other. There's 6 areas. There's competition, health, PEDs, I should say, lifestyle, nutrition, training, and psychology. And so I think we should have a fun little rate each other as like we're each other's clients.
Okay.
And I think we can get into a fun little segment here.
Okay.
All right.
Where do you want to start?
Let's start. How about I'll rate you? Let's go by each one, and we'll rate each other on each one. The list. And then all right. So I'll start with you. So for competition level, so there's for each one of these categories, these areas, there's 4 levels, and they basically go level 1, which is entry level beginner, all the way up to level 4, which is pro or advanced, right? So that's so everybody has a context of the scale.
Now they'll say like pro level though, they're talking about like the elite of the pro. So they, in the course, they kept specifying like an Olympia level athlete. So not just a pro athlete, but like the best of the best level athletes. Yeah.
Yeah. And for this exercise, right, we're both bodybuilding clients in this exercise. So we'll go with it. All right. So for competition level, I would say that you are,
You're like afraid to say it.
Well,
no, just say it. This is going to be interesting.
I say level 3, level 4, because you haven't competed in a pro event yet.
That's fair.
So I think you're a 3.5.
3.5?
Because you haven't competed in a pro event yet.
So when you think about like what each level is,
what
is level 3? Like what would that mean? What does somebody look like when they're on a level 3?
So level 3 would be a I guess level 4 would make sense then. So if level 1 is entry level, like not competing, level 2 is competing at like a state or regional level. Level 3 would be national. So winning a national show, which you've technically already done, you got your pro card. And then level 4 is
but the natural divisions are different because because these are very much like on the NPC scale.
Sure.
And for NPC, you've got your state, like your regional events, and then you win your regional events. It's a national, and then you win your national, then you become pro. For the natural events, like I've won small shows, right? Because for them, you don't have like that national level because they're so much smaller.
That's true.
So no, I think you're spot on. I'm not offended by that.
Okay. All right. So take that. Level 3.
Level 3. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Good. You go ahead.
Well,
rate me, coach. What do you think? I got a lot of good energy. Really hit the weights hard. Where do you think I'm at?
So from a competition level, I mean, if we look at what defines each one, like a level 1 is beginner entry. Level 2 is like a state level, like regional competitor. You haven't competed yet.
That's true.
So from and this is not talking about your fitness level. This is not talking about your nutrition, your lifestyle, everything else. This is just the level of competitor that you are. You would be a level 1 as of right now.
Yeah,
right. And then part of it is reassessing clients at every so often, right? As things change and they progress. So it's like very soon you would be a level 2. And then who knows, maybe even a level 3 very quickly.
We'll see. See how the show goes.
Coach thinks that you could go to nationals this year.
Maybe. We'll see.
You look good.
Thank you.
Look at your big old shoulders.
All right. Let's go to the next category. So I'm level 1. I'm a rookie. I'm still earning my stripes.
You're still earning your stripes.
And coach over here is what's that?
No, go ahead.
And coach is level 3. All right. Next category, PEDs.
PED usage.
PED usage. And we could talk about this for naturals as well, but why don't you start with me first?
Okay.
And then I'll tell you if you're right or not.
I honestly don't know. So, okay. Level 1 for a male would be considered
like
TRT.
Yep.
Essentially just TRT. So like 70% of men over 30 that are in a gym setting.
Yeah.
Or not even.
A lot of dudes on testosterone.
So many dudes on testosterone. So it's basically just taking tests.
Right.
And then maybe do other things.
But a reasonable level of test, not super physiological.
Those are big words, sir. What does that mean?
There's like your regular normal physiological, and then super.
What's super?
It's above those normal levels. Super physiological. Boom.
But what does that mean? Like, what does that mean? Give me numbers. So what's like normal versus super?
So super. You'd be operating within your normal testosterone range for men, which would be 300 to 1200.
So you're going to take 300 like to make up for 300 to 12, to get you to 300 to 1200.
Yeah, anything within that range, or 1100.
Okay.
It depends on the scale, but TRT keeps you within that range.
Okay.
And if you're taking more than TRT and other anabolics,
No. Just
sorry,
TRT. What's a super physiological level of TRT? Anything that would raise you above like
above,
1200.
yeah,
So there's no range. It's just 1200 plus.
right?
Because some of those, like the big giant dudes, they get up to like 6,000, don't they? Like stupid, crazy levels.
Yeah, I haven't seen like those guys' lab work, but I would imagine it's very high.
Okay. So level 1 would be just regular dude TRT.
Yep.
Level 2 is TRT and 1,000 milligrams of
Anabolics and
anabolics.
So test.
Sorry, I don't know that. Yeah.
Yep.
Level 3 would be up to 200 milligrams of androgens, anabolics.
Yep.
And then level 4 is anything over 2,000 milligrams. Now, is this weekly or is that daily?
Weekly.
Okay.
Yep.
The female versions of that is so funny.
Yep.
It's crazy to me. So, okay. Well, a level 3 for a guy would be like TRT plus 2,000 milligrams of anabolics.
Right.
That's
equals test and everything else.
Right. That's equal to 75 or under milligrams for a woman.
Right.
75 compared to 2,000.
Right.
Holy shit.
It's a big delta.
That's insane. That's just such a massive difference.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I wonder like how fast somebody would virilize on like 2,000, like the equivalent of a male.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
That's nuts.
Real fast, I guess.
So where are you? Level 2? Are you level 2? Are you like 1,000 milligrams? Or are you more than that?
Right around there, yeah.
Okay.
Closer to level 2 than level 3.
Okay. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what you're doing. I mean, I know what you're doing, but like I don't know like the amounts.
The amounts, right? Yeah. Closer to level 2 than level 3.
I just know you're in there like a chemist sometimes.
Yeah. And then for you being Natty, you are level 1. You're level 1, dog. Sorry. It's just the way it is.
Excuse me. It's as naturals can be across all levels.
Okay. But this is the PED.
I feel like I don't get it. I know. So
level 1.
I don't think it counts.
All right. So let's go to health risks. And I think health risk is the next category. Mm-hmm. And that is, I think, even for natural competitors, right? People could still have, genetics or genes with high blood pressure and sorry.
No. This isn't
a category. Sorry.
This is the risk that you're willing to take. And that goes along with the PEDs.
Sorry. Never mind. Not health risk. Okay. Let's go on to, excuse me. So I would be
training.
Level 2. I'd be low to moderate risk. And then you're low risk because you're not taking anything.
I'm extremely low risk because I don't take any of that shit.
Yep. You're just healthy. All right. So so training. All right. Again, so level 1, entry level beginner, level 4 pro at advanced. So you're my client and I'm going to shoot it straight with you. You're really sassy. You got resting bitch face sometimes. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to say it's pretty impressive. You're level 4.
Ooh.
I think your form is on point. I think when it comes to posing and getting ready for shows, your posing practice is on point. I think your execution has been, just stellar because and it's shown because you have your pro card in multiple organizations, which is really, really cool. So I think you're level 4.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
For training, yeah. All right, where am I at, coach?
The one I did want to say.
Oh, go ahead.
No. There's one thing I wanted to talk about with this because one of the things that they talked about is like how emotionally connected or disconnected you are to like your workouts or different moves and stuff like that. I don't know if you remember that part. But I took notice to that because while So like a level 4 would also be like emotionally disconnected from like a specific thing. Like you don't do a move all the time because you absolutely love it, or you're
Oh, right.
constantly trying to beat it, or like you just kind of become obsessive with, I need to increase X weight on this machine no matter what it takes, or this lift, that kind of a thing, right? You're just like, you're driven to that one thing. I think I teeter back and forth with like the emotional connection with various exercises, because I can get very competitive with myself, and I get really pissed off if I can't break like a plateau with a weight, or like if I lifted lighter one week than like the next week, I'll get super pissed.
Mm.
So that's and there's like an emotional connection to it with certain things. I do get excited with some exercises over others. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know how you would rate that.
yeah,
But
I don't know how to quantify that in the level scale.
yeah, I don't either.
I'm not tied to anything either. I'm like, whatever coach says I need to work on is what I'm going to work on.
Mm, yeah,
So
I hear you. So if I were to rate you, you're looking like, why are you thinking so hard?
why is it so hard? Am I a beginner?
You
Where do you think I'm at? Beginner?
No. I'm looking at I'm honestly like, I'm kind of like looking at the difference between like 3 and 4. So 3 and 4 is like your training is more needs based. You can refine your execution, tracking almost all lifts. No, you track every single thing that you do and you execute well. And if you don't, you fix it. Like you actively try to. So you would be a level 4 because you're actively trying to fix it. Or maybe between a 3 and a 4, because like 4 says slowest strength progress. That's like where you get to the level where you're so big that you're like, you're maxing out and you're right. Because you're not going to keep seeing these like big strength jumps. You're still
I guess so.
seeing really big strength jumps.
Yeah, I guess if you're looking at that as one of the attributes, then yeah, I guess then maybe I'm between a 3 and a 4. But then I would also
And
say that's the same for you because you're still increasing strength too.
yeah, I
Like
wouldn't
I
put
don't think
myself in a 4.
I don't think it's taken months for you to increase your lifts at all.
No, but I'll go over time,
Yeah.
right? Like some things I feel like I guess it depends on the exercise, right? Because some exercises, so I think you get to a point every once in a while, it's like you think you're lifting till failure, but are you? So I might choose to execute differently or just try to do more weight. And then I surprise myself and I could do more than I thought I could.
Yep.
And then I'll have a jump. I don't have massive jumps though, but I think I'm sure there's always going to be areas to improve. That's why I'm like, well, I don't know. Like, I think I would really put myself probably more at a 3, just because I feel like I mean, I don't have perfect posing.
I think 3.5 for both of us.
Decent posing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3.5 for both of us.
But you mentioned form. Form is huge.
Yeah, form
And
is
that's like just are you able to connect to your muscle?
Yeah, and I think that's like just precise execution, right? It's really engaging the muscle, having that full, mind muscle connection.
Mhm.
Even though that sounds a little cliche now, but
It does because everyone says it, but not everyone does it.
Right.
But it's like learning how to do that.
Right. Saying it and doing it are two different things.
Yeah. Well, that's where, I mean, being coached on how to do that. Like before I was with bodybuilding and that was the thing, right? I worked with Stephanie. Shout out to Stephanie because I know she listens.
Shout out Stephanie.
You better be walking, bitch, while you're listening to this.
Epic step off.
The step.
These ladies be stepping.
We be stepping. She's like kicking ass. Like good for her. But I worked with her for like a little over a year and just learning like the mind muscle connection and how form is like you think your form is good, like just because your body mechanics are bending at the right angles doesn't necessarily mean your form's right. Like, are you actually activating the targeted muscle?
Right.
That's so much part of form. Your core being part of it, all of that stuff. Like working with her absolutely changed the trajectory of like me going into bodybuilding, because I was like, oh, this is how you work out. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing before. I thought I knew how to work out and I didn't. So like working with her was amazing. And
definitely the foundation for
where I am now. Yeah.
where you are today.
Because she got me at the goals that I had before all of this, where it's like, I want to look cut and lean and, you know, toned, as people will say. And then it got there and I was like, well, geez, now what? And that's where I got into bodybuilding. So anyway, training, I think between a 3 and a 4.
All right. Nutrition. Let's go. Keep this moving.
Yeah.
All right. So nutrition, I would say you're a sloppy pig. I don't know how else to put this. You are a mess. I wish there was a negative level I could give you.
Oh, fuck you.
I'm just kidding. I don't know anybody that is more adherent to a diet than you are. And I'm trying to emulate that. You've execute your diet extremely well. And you've also, with your coach, have diagnosed things that you work, foods that work with you and foods that do not work with you.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that in this category.
So like in terms of like
I'm
really getting gut biome in check and all that other stuff, like level 4 for sure. I like that's an easy one.
I would agree.
Yeah. Versus like
not to pat myself on the back, but I would agree. That's I don't fuck around.
Yeah. All right.
Eating.
Go ahead. All right. Where am I at, Coach? What do you think? I love hot dogs. We got so many in the fucking refrigerator. I can't get enough hot dogs.
We ate the hot dogs.
Give me some glizzies.
Oh my gosh. I think you're a 4 because you think about fully understanding nutrition. You adhere to it straight. Like you say, you adhere to your diet just as much as I do. Like you track every little thing. You're not licking the like you said before, like you're not licking the spoon after you measure your peanut butter. You wipe it off with a paper towel and put it in the sink.
Yeah. Yeah. Because there could be another 2 grams on there. You don't know.
Because your adherence is crazy. The only thing that's fucking nuts to me is you keep getting these cheat meals and fuck you.
Yeah. Coach gave me another food cut. I get a cheat meal next week, y'all. I'm excited.
Fuck you.
I'm going to need it.
But you're really good with like your food relationship, your health. I don't think you have like any kind of emotional connections to food. Like you're very much like you look at food as fuel.
It's a tool.
And you're not like as cravey as I am. I'm
getting there. I'm starting to watch food porn and we're just like, there's one dude, he's just like, I've seen him eat every best sandwich in the world. And I'm like, this guy fucking figured life out. And I'm over here fucking whittling away my rice. I'm just like, damn it. He's eating so funny. This famous rotisserie chicken sandwiches and are like artisan. I was just like, anyway, yeah. So that's what I'm watching.
I don't even eat chicken, and
I don't. I'm like, yeah, I can't get enough of it.
That's so funny. No, but you get it. I was doing that a lot last part. There were 2 people.
I'm licking plates I would now. Watch. Like I'm like I counted these macros. I'm eating it. Licking plates.
This is mine.
Clean.
2 grams on here. No, so I would put you at a 4 for nutrition for sure.
All right. Thanks, Coach. It's a good check-in. All right, lifestyle. Let's say lifestyle is so level 1 would be like student, like still a college student. Has terrible sleeping habits. Whereas level 2 is like early in the career, still not great sleeping habits, partying a lot. And then level 3 is like more professional at this point, more established schedule, routine.
More financial security too.
Yep. Right. So, and then 4 is like, all right, totally professional in all areas, home ownership or not home ownership or whatever, but just, that level of responsibility is where you're at for a lifestyle. I'm going to say you're a 4, level 4, easy. You got work in check. You've got, you're doing the coaching certification with me. It's the family's good. I think the balance is there. There's, good support system in place, which I think is like also really good too. Just to like, to emphasize, this is especially bodybuilding, but even anybody in their like wellness journey. It's just like, if you don't have a good supportive, a good set of people around you that support what you're doing and your goals, or they pull you away, like, I just have another drink, or come on, let's go get a burger, or let's go house this, lasagna. And you're just like, I can't. It's, these are my goals. And if they don't support you, then, maybe the friendship isn't as good as you thought it was. So having a good support system is like level 4, on top of being, all your stuff taken care of, responsible. Well,
Yeah.
I would say you're level 4.
If I'm level 4, you're level 4 because we're in the exact same environment.
Thanks, coach. All right. Psychology. All right. You are a little nutty. I don't know where to put this on the scale.
Oh, hold on. So let's like, yeah, what's a level 1 versus a level 4? Let's start there.
All right, let's go over it. So level 1, we're going to say poor intuition, right? Just making bad tuitions, negative outlook.
Bad tuitions.
I said poor intuition. Sorry. Did I say that weird?
You said bad tuition.
I'm sorry. I meant intuition. Intuition. Thank you for correcting me, fucker. Negative outlook. Just poor communicator. And level 2 would be, kind of highs and lows, listens, but, misses the application, right? So maybe this client, doesn't, they hear you and they acknowledge you, but they don't execute necessarily. And level 3 is, overall positive, accepts all the critiques, from a coaching client perspective, and listens and applies everything that you're saying. Very self-aware. Level 4, it's positive outlook, has the ability to kind of self-analyze and critique. Very humble, right? So always willing to learn, knowing that they don't know everything. That is kind of the levels, explained. So I would say psychology. I think you're level 4. I think you got everything going for you here. I think you're very, I think you got a very positive outlook. I think you're also very humble. I think because you'll ask me, hey, how am I doing this? Does this look right to you? You're constantly asking me for feedback, or, not constantly. Sorry, that's a bad way to say that, but
No, I am. I always ask you, like, check my form. This feels funny. Am I doing this right?
Feel my back. Am I engaging this right? Does that look right? So I think having that kind of mentality is really, really good. So that's why I would put you at level 4 for psychology.
Thank you, baby. I see. I don't want to put myself in a 4 in any of these because I feel like I've got so much room to grow.
Okay.
I just like, I want to be able to grow, right? Like,
but I think that's what's part of being humble. I like is not saying everything and asking.
Sure. Well, because there's always stuff to know, like,
for sure.
And I think that's why we're doing this coaching certification, right? So it's like not even for the possibility one day to do this with other people, but I think more first and foremost is just to be better competitors. Like, what are we missing? What do we not see? And that kind of stuff. So I feel like there's always room to grow. I don't know.
Okay. All right. Where do you put me?
I think that's a positive outlook. You do have a positive outlook. You're always excited. You seek out information. You have a good gut feeling, I think, with like a lot of stuff. Just like how you progress and how you improve. Like you ask for feedback sometimes, or just like help on different things.
Especially with my posing, I've been asking for a lot of help.
You have been asking for a lot of help with your posting. It's gotten really good. Like night and day improvement. And I think you're really great. I think I would put you at a level 4. I think if we think about like all of the things, no, I put you at a level 4 for all of it.
All right, deal.
Deal, Howie. Are we like a bunch of just assholes because we're like, you're a level 4, you're a level 4.
No, I
feel like I'm
I
not
mean,
sure. I don't want to put us on a
looking at the
pedestal.
app, I think if we look at the attributes, which this is hard for everybody listening to really kind of capture. So we're summarizing a lot of this, but there's a lot of attributes in these categories, and we're trying not to be too boring with this. But there's definitely. Oh, did you hear the cat? Sorry.
Yeah.
Meow 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 meow
Meow.
meow. Oh, scram! Get out of here. There's a lot of attributes in each of these categories, and we're just not trying to run down every single one of them. So, I think this is appropriate for where we're at. So I think overall, you're really dogging it in the PED category.
That brings my average down.
Yeah, I mean, real natural, real natural. So, but in the best way.
Yeah.
And
I think we're both in good spots. I think we're like averaging about the same, right? I think one thing that's good about us and like what we have together is like that support network. So we like from like a lifestyle perspective, psychology perspective, like we have that support system. Mm-hmm. And I don't know how I could have gotten through my preps and the shows and all of that without your support there, picking up the slack, calling me out if I'm getting too grouchy or something like that. And just, like being my rock and my blanket throughout all of it. Right. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what I would have done, but
yeah,
same. I feel like there's always room to improve though. So I don't want to say we're level 3s.
All right. Deal,
Howie.
Room for improvement.
Yeah, of course. All right. So how was check-in?
Check-in was good. Check-in. So I didn't lose any weight. I actually went up like a couple fractions. I was like from 200.4 to 200.7, but it's, I think it's within.
You went up a quarter pound.
It's within margin, right?
Go take a piss.
Yeah, I'm 1 P away from being under that. So, but check-in was good. Coach said pictures looked really good. Still tightening up in certain areas. I think you made the comment too. Starting to see a little bit of feathering, which is cool.
Your feathering and your quads is coming in, which is great. You have big feathering in your back.
Yeah, which is really cool. I can't really see it, but I see it in the pictures, but yeah. So that was really good. I have a food cut. It was about 100 calories. So now I'm going to be down to about 2,300 calories, and we're 4 weeks. We're 4 weeks out. Yeah, I get a cheat meal this week, which is a burger and fries or sushi. Mm-hmm. And we're just going to do burger and fries because I could put guardrails on that real easy.
Yeah.
And yeah, and then cardio went up to 50 minutes.
50.
Yeah. So from 45 to 50, 6 days a week. And
6 days a week.
Yep. And then a slight bump in the Winstrol. So.
Okay.
Yep. So that was my check-in. How was yours?
Did good. I'm down almost a pound since last week. So 0.9.
Looking sexy
I
as
lost.
well too.
Thank you, baby. I'm definitely my most comfortable and like most comfortable looking in like the mid 140s.
Yeah.
So I'm like 149 even this morning. So if I eat like a couple more pounds, I'm going to be in that prime. Like I feel real good about how I look. When I go too low, I start to like get too skinny feeling, and then, too much higher. And I start to feel like a little uncomfortably fluffy. So I'm like entering in that sweet spot. So I feel really good. I'm feeling like I'm looking really good. Mm-hmm. And so that was nice. Coach competed today and won. So super excited for her. Yeah.
Congrats, Coach.
Congrats, Coach. She hasn't sent me pictures yet. She says she's going to have them in a couple of days. So I can't wait to see them. I'm very excited. But she did send me like a little selfie with her tiara on, which was awesome. Yep. So I kept my check-in real short and sweet. This past week was week 1 of the block for me. Really good workouts, really good lifts, hit a PR on that belt squat. That felt awesome. Did really good on the bajillion deadlifts I had on Friday. So really, really good. Everything else was kind of on track. My steps have been a little higher this week. Not like crazy higher, but a little bit higher because and I'm going to blame it on the weather because
blame it on Stephanie.
Blame it on Stephanie. I'm going to first say the weather because we went for a nice long walk almost every day this week.
Yeah, weather's been
just
great.
Because we're in Texas, so it's like it's always crazy hot. So the weather just started to get nicer, which made the overall step count go up.
Mm-hmm.
And Stephanie got a Garmin and she's like, did you know, can I challenge you? And I was like, I didn't even know that was a thing. Sure. So she's teaching me how to use my watch and like the app and everything. And we started last week on Friday, and Fridays, because it's my third leg day, I typically won't go for steps. So she ran it from Friday to Thursday. And let me tell you what, she was talking so much shit to me on Friday. Like, are you sure you want to do this? Are you sure you want to start today? And I'm just like, you bitch, you don't even know how much I walk every day. Be careful what you're wishing for. And then as like Saturday came on and I just started walking because I usually walk for like 2 hours just on and off throughout the day. She's like, what the fuck are you doing? Just stop moving. She's getting so mad.
Somebody have a gun to your head? Stop walking.
Why are you walking so much? The fuck's going on? She's usually funny though. So I have to say there are times where like I'll hit my goal and I'm like, just that's fine. My goal typically I like to walk for like 2 hours off and on. But my speed will vary. And so if I walk a little bit faster, because my legs just feel fresh, my step count will go fucking through the roof. And this whole week until yesterday, because I had a deload last week, my legs weren't overexhausted. So I just like, I walked everything at like my faster speeds. I got all these steps and she's just like, what the fuck? What are you doing? She did beat me though. So I was trying to do extra, but she beat me by like 5,000 points or something.
Nice.
Yeah. So we're going again. And we started Friday. She's like, I might rest on Friday. And then all of a sudden she's got like 25,000 steps. I'm like, what the fuck? I thought you were going to sit down. What's going on? Your legs are tired. So, but that's fun. It's fun. I enjoy doing it. And I think she enjoys it too. She kept talking all this shit to me on her stories all week. She's a good time.
Yeah, it's been fun watching.
Yeah. All right. So we'll wrap up with wins for the week, sir. What were your big wins this week?
Yeah, big wins this week. In the gym, still seeing some progression, which is good. Some slight weight adjustments up,
which is so stupid crazy.
Yeah, which is wild. And still see, grabbing a rep or two where I can extra. Then on top of that, protein from all over the world is coming to our house, and I'm so excited because I fell in love with the Ninja Creamy, and I'm making so many creamy ice creams because it's like my savior at the end of the day when I'm like hungry. And so I've been buying all these brands of different protein powders, trying to find the best flavors to make creamy ice creams with. And we've ordered from a company in Australia called Macro Mike's, and they've got like peanut butter cheesecake and all these amazing sounding like protein flavors. Are they all going to be good? Probably not. Some are going to be real dog shit, I bet. But some are probably going to be some bangers, and I can't wait for that. And then there was another company, Steel.
Okay.
They make a whole bunch of plant-based proteins, and so ordered a bunch of samples from them, and can't wait they had a peanut butter cookies and cream, which I'm like,
your poor face. You're so sad. You want it so
bad.
Steal
my heart. If it sucks, I'm gonna be heartbroken. And
you ordered 2 other ones,
and then we ordered another one. I got one today. It was what was it?
Planta or Truvi?
No, Planta, and it was a banana and French
Maple,
toast.
Yeah.
Maple French toast or something like that.
It was too banana-y.
I can't wait. I made the ice cream with that one.
That one today?
Yeah, for tomorrow. So with my new macros.
And you bought 3 tubs from some other company.
I didn't buy those. No, I was hoping they were going to send me like a sign up for 20% off, and I didn't buy them.
That was I picked out one of those flavors.
All right, I'm gonna buy them right after this.
Fuck, babe, you gotta buy it.
All right, I will. You talked me into it.
All right. So all of the protein. So
Yeah,
hopefully
so we
we'll
got
have
so many protein flavors coming. I'm so excited. We're gonna make so much protein ice cream. One of them is gonna be slamming. We're gonna make a top 10 list. Maybe that'll be next week's episode topic. Top
right.
10, or maybe it'll have to be over a couple weeks. Top 10 ice creams, Ninja Creamy flavors.
Ooh.
So stay tuned if you
All right.
want some epic Ninja Creamy recipes. How about you? Wins of the week for you?
Down a pound. That was big. Heavy lifts. That was big. I'm gonna say I really excited. Big win. I think are my deadlift reps from Friday.
Yeah,
I did.
form is looking great too.
Thank you. What was I doing? 225, 3 sets of 12. And then I went into like single or like B stance deadlifts. That was like a while. I'm really excited. I mean, I know that's not like a lot of weight. So anybody listening is probably like, fuck, that's not that much. This is the first time I'm really deadlifting. I mean, for like the last 9 months or so, but deadlifting with a straight bar because I have I have issues with my lower back. Had always used like a hex bar, and that just centers the weight differently on your body. And I was able to put it like 350, but it's like it's a squat / deadlift. So now I'm like deadlifting with the actual bar, and I had to drop my weight back down, and now I can go up. So really excited. My biggest was 245, but that was only for like one set a couple weeks ago. This is like I did 225 for 3 sets, so volume was higher. So I'm really proud of that.
Awesome.
Yeah, only up from here. We'll add more weight next week.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. So yeah, so good week. You had a good week. I had a good week. We're going to have another good week. You've got 4 weeks left. So only harder from here, but you're going to do great. So thanks for listening this week. Hopefully we'll have some creamies for you next week and we can rate some protein. If not, definitely the week after that. Bye, everyone.